What is up, guys, and welcome back to the final episode of the second season of Freddie Lawson's Road to the NFL. We start here just doing some basic training before we've got our bowl game against Rice. Rice have got a very good record this year, alarmingly. We've got one bowl game win at Iowa. We're just checking the Heisman rankings. I think if you remember from episode 2 was it 1 maybe? Episode 1 where we played Hawaii, I believe. We were in the Heisman rankings. We got a far better side than Rice on paper. But we were in the Heisman rankings. Completely wiped off that. We got a hat-trick in that game. 3 touchdowns, huge. Good, great start to the season, but just never managed to capitalise on the success of that game because we played far better sides, really. We're going to start here in the first quarter. The lofted ball. Lawson receives. Oh my god, he gets around his man. That's incredible. He's through here, and that's the first play. He's done that a couple times this season. First play, first drive. Lawson's in. He drops slightly further back from the man, marking him, and just receives the ball. And that's a touchdown and a bowl game for Lawson. 75-yard touchdown on the play. Not his longest touchdown of the season, weirdly. But going back to the old trusty, the jet touch pass here. He gets flicked up to Lawson. Can he find room? He finds someone around the outside. Spins inside, gets the first, beats one man off him, but one catches him. A minimum of 15 yards there when he should have been getting nothing. After a long run, a deep run as well, that lost him a lot of yards. Finding that room, brilliant spin move inside. We still don't have Shifty, which is something we're looking to get in next season. And that was a 21-yard pickup for Lawson there. As the coach pulls him for quite a while now, quite a few drives. We're into the second quarter, late on, and it's 7-7. Lawson streaks away down the field, it's intercepted. A great start to the bowl game from Lawson, but calling for a ball with double man coverage is not great. Not a great call from him. However, we got past half time, and now another jet touch pass, not the one Lawson favours, so they're probably going to switch out of this. Yeah, they've moved to a passing play. Lawson has quite tight coverage. If he can just get away, and he's completely burnt his man, but the safety with a vital hand in there. They're just going to look to go for a run play, or at least set up for a run play. They'll probably go for a pass. Yeah, it does look like they're shaping up for a pass with some of the audibles. Straight over the middle, over his oh, Lawson's dropped it. That would have been a huge pickup. 2 receptions and 2 huge receptions on the day, but a dropped pass really cutting his stat line. Obviously, after this game, we'll either have the heroics of going into the transfer portal as a 2-time bowl game champion, or not. And the way that Lawson's played that there, it's going to be not. But he gets pulled again. Coach pulls him. It's 7-7 still into the second half. We're in the third quarter. They might look for another jet touch pass. They got 4 yards to pick up. Halfback slip screen, all this would be good. As he gets around, spins inside, gets the first, rides the tackle, over 100 yards on the day for 4 receptions. That is brilliant numbers from Freddie Lawson after a really troublesome start to the season, with his stat line at least. And this is a brilliant bit of field position to be throwing a jet touch pass in. As it's flicked up to Lawson, he gets around the outside of his man, spins inside, he gets the first. Probably didn't need to spin, his blockers were up there for once. First and goal on the 9, they go back for the same play again. They got 10 yards out of it last time. We'll see if Rice can defend it properly here. And they've set up exactly the same Rice, but wow. Just breaking out of that block there and only allowing 2 yards from Lawson. Brilliant bit of defence. And they make it 14-7 in the fourth quarter. They're going to try and burn the clock a little bit, but still getting them first downs. We've not even hit the 2-minute warning yet. Rice have used no times out. Lawson takes it really, really wide. He manages to stay on his feet for a little while, but gets no yards while staying on his feet as he was stumbling around a little bit. 14-7, 2nd and 8. He got 2 yards after dropping insanely deep on that play. He's just got to trust his speed and take them flat lines. If they're going to run this jet touch pass, that's what he's got to do, and they try it here again. Flicked up to Lawson. And he trusted his speed, but lineman breaking the blocks, getting there, closing Lawson down. Really, really good field position as Lawson's brought in on the 25. He takes it deep. He goes all the way round. There's no one in front of him. No one can catch him. Lawson's in touchdown time. 2 touchdowns on the day. 2 jet touch passes, leading to that's 3. If I recall, no, that's only his 2nd. We thought it should have been his 2nd earlier, but it's not. He gets it now on the jet touch pass. 9 receptions, 139 yards. How much more could you ask from a man? 21-15. 16 seconds left on the clock. They go for a jet touch pass again. Hopefully he can see a bit of gap. He has seen a gap. He's seen a huge gap. 10 seconds left. Timeout called Florida State. Huge pickup. Huge pickup down to the 16. And they pull Lawson for the last 9 seconds. They've held it out. They've fought hard. And they should have a bowl here. And they do. 2 bowls for Lawson in 2 years. That was the fun part. That was the really fun part, as he has player of the game in a bowl game for 2 touchdowns, 169 yards on the day for 10 catches. You will get to see Freddie Lawson's stat line now, and the transfer portal. The important part of every season, if you can play well, where are you going to end up at the start of the next? And his performances, the increase in his stat line, surely that's getting a big, big team for him. Or he could go to a division that struggles, that doesn't have as good teams. You know, he could end up in the Pac-12, for example, where they have some good teams, but they're not as strong as, for example, Florida State. And that's confirmed of the Boca Raton Bowl win. Huge for Lawson. 2 years, 2 bowl game wins, but no national championships. That's the concerning part. No national championship games. If he can get on a good program here, an even better one than Florida already was, and if they can stay consistent with Lawson in the side, we might be in for a really good season as we hit the transfer portal now. And teams interested, there's an abundance. One that sticks out instantly to me is LSU. Another one up there, UCLA. Ole Miss, Clemson want us. We're going to be sitting, by the looks of it, at LSU as the number 1 receiver, as their current number 1 is a senior. And we're going to sign with LSU, surely. Maybe a little bit more debate, rather than taking a huge, quick hit on that. LSU is his dream college, one that he's always wanted to end up at, one that so many wide receivers have done so well at. You know, you've got some really, really talented players that have come out of all of these kind of colleges. NC State would be interesting, but they did beat him. Boise State would have been good maybe in his freshman year. Boston College made it to the playoffs this year, which is why we're hovering over that a little bit. Notre Dame, one that he holds in his heart, fighting Irish. Does he want to bring that little bit of Irish out in him? Colorado would have been good a couple of years ago, but they're not anymore. You know, Oregon, maybe. But there's really only one choice. there's only one choice you can settle on. When you have LSU and Clemson coming for you, I think you go to LSU. The prestige of the college, everything about the college, it just oozes Freddie Lawson. Currently shown he's wide receiver 3. He won't technically be wide receiver 3 when we get to next season. We might see a position battle depending on who they get in the transfer portal for wide receiver 1. But he should have secured wide receiver 1 spot. A minimum of wide receiver 2 spot. Just getting past National Signing Day, training results, getting to the big bit now. LSU. What a college to be offered to play at. And the interest they had in him, he slots right in. Brilliant passing playbook as well. But he has to start his academics again. LSU in his 3rd year, he could very well stay. I don't know if results will matter, and he does get that wide receiver 1 challenge, that position battle. We're just going to quickly look at his stats though to end the year. Now, compared to last season, 1,193 receiving yards. That's over 300 more than at Iowa. He did have 92 receptions compared to 70. He averaged 13 yards. That's 0.2 higher. His average game was 91.8 a game. Touchdowns, he got 6 more than at Iowa and got 11 touchdowns. His run after catch was 904. That's almost 800 more than at Iowa. And his longest touchdown was 83 compared to 50. Run after catch average being 9.8 rather than the 2.4 at Iowa. Obviously, he took a couple checkdowns last season at Florida State, but the man out of Iowa that then played for Iowa in his freshman season, 2nd year going to Florida State and lighting it up. Obviously, he didn't hit any passing yards, weirdly enough, or rushing, which might surprise you. The main reason we were checking rushing. Now this is weird. Punt return. Lawson has been getting yards, but we've not been able to control them. So whatever yards he's getting on the punts, we can't see, which is something that I think EA needs to work on. Now, he actually weirdly played less downs at Florida, so either showed this quarterback was trusting him or the coach. But as we come to a close on Season 2, as we end up at LSU, just gotta say thank you guys for the support you've been sharing on the videos. Have a good rest of your day. Please leave a like and subscribe. Bye now.